So we had oriented to archaeological knowledge work, production, reuse in global communities. Actually, in global non-professional communities, it's mean people who are not archaeologists, who are not educated academically in archaeology, but we are affected, related, interested in archaeology. And actually, our main scope was on, I will share a full screen. Our main scope was on to bring together and develop the current state of art on the global communities, and actually to highlight on community needs, approaches to communication and archaeological heritage. And our work was based on 4 tasks, 6 deliverables, and some results. Firstly, we had organized an exploratory workshops inside of our group and actually together with other working groups. The first workshop happened in Vilnius in 2017 at the start of our project. Actually, after this, we had started our research, and firstly, we probed to investigate the whole field of non-professional communities, and later work on a particular communities, organizing web focus groups discussion. It was 4 thematical groups. Sorry. And after this, we had developed the case studies-based report and make publications on our topic. Actually, one thing was not organized until this time. It's summer school, and it will organize it in April. If about realizations of our objectives, that actually the first part or the first thing in our objective was to bring together. And actually, I want to say many thanks for people who works actively, more or less actively works in our working group. It's mean to Anna Flavia, to Anna, to Kostis, Elena, Helena, Ingrida, Irmelin, Isto, Elena, Johanna, Marina, Mirto, Pedro, Raina, Suzy, Teopisti, and Vykintas. Actually, I'm happy to work together, and I think that we are a good team, and actually not only for this project, but for further works too. The next thing was to develop the current state of the art on the global communities. Actually, this result was published as a scholarly article in Open Archaeology. It's accessible online, and our method and our idea was to find more as possible different groups who are affected, interested, connected to archaeology. We had used methods, linguistical methods and linguistical corps and probe to find the groups used word archaeology in his descriptions, texts, opinions, discussions, and similar things. Actually, we find not less than 10 different groups, like groups connected with alternative archaeologists, amateur archaeology, archaeology in education, archaeology in branding, in tourism, and similar things. Part of groups was not identified by this method, and because part of groups not use a word archaeology in his description or in his manifest, in his discussions, but actually really we are connected to archaeology. For example, group like followers of paleo diet, they are interested in archaeology, they use arguments from archaeological excavations, but actually they not position these arguments as archaeological arguments. And the next thing was to highlight community needs, approaches to communication of archaeological heritage. Actually, we choose 4 different communities and analyze deeper, working with members of these communities, working, collecting material in focus groups with members of these communities, and actually analyzing this material using qualitative content analysis. And actually, it was on 4 case studies. It's archaeology-related Facebook site administrators, archaeology informing national identity practices, archaeology and metal detecting enthusiasts, and archaeology for country branding by policymakers and tourist professionals. That actually 4 articles was prepared from this. We are part of in a special issue on community, on the journal of, on the journal of community archaeology and heritage, and actually we'll publish it, I think, until the end of our ARKWORK actions. And actually, from this time we had a COVID situation, and actually one COVID lesson, it's never leave the util tomorrow, which you can do today. Actually, it is about our summer school, because we had decision to move our summer school to the last grant period of our COST ARKWORK actions. And actually, summer school must be performed in June of 2020, but actually later we moved to November, and actually it is moved now to online summer school at the end of April of this year. Thank you all.